All right, so possessive pronouns here on page 174. You might want to watch this one a couple of times down when we actually get into it, or just read it over a lot. To show ownership, you use a possessive adjective before a noun, right? ¿Cómo es tu casa? How is your house? ¿Cómo es mi casa? How's my house? ¿Cómo es su casa? How is his house? Or yours, sir. Mi casa es blanca. My house. Mamá, ¿cuál es nuestro perro? Okay, which one is our dog? El nuestro es el chihuahua. Okay. Number 2, when you leave out the noun, you use a possessive pronoun. All right. So, veo que tienes tu mochila. I see you've got your backpack. Tienes la mía también. Do you have the mine as well? That's how you say mine. You put the la in there. Okay. Do you have mine as well? No. Juan tiene la tuya. No, Juan has the yours. Okay, so make sure you put those thes in there, right? Those little that la mía and la tuya in there. Possessive pronouns agree with the nouns they refer to. Okay, no big surprise here. More work than in English. To say it's mine, you'd say el mío. Yours, el tuyo. His, el suyo, or hers, el suyo. Or yours, Mrs. Shields, is el suyo, because you're using usted. To say it's ours, you'd say el nuestro. To say theirs, you'd say el suyo. Okay, so kind of the big thing is just to remember to put the el or the la in there. Right? Feminine, la mía, la tuya, la suya, la nuestra, la suya. Again, masculine in plural, los míos, los tuyos, los suyos. In feminine, las mías, las tuyas. So a good way to learn this maybe is just to talk about some certain things like that are actually belong to you and a friend, and just learn them in Spanish that way, so that you can say, like mine's black, yours is white. El mío es negro. El tuyo es blanco, or whatever. Just some things like that. All right. Aquí está mi toalla. Here's my towel. Y allí está la tuya. So you're not just going to say mi toalla and then tuya. You have to say la tuya. And here is the yours. Okay? Now, what makes that a little bit funky for you is that after the verb ser, those definite articles, el, la, los, las, they can often be omitted. Okay? So that will come into play. I'm sorry, it's a little bit confusing, but just learn the ones that are correct, learn them correctly, and then know that these ones that come after ser can be, you can leave it off. So, es tuya esta crema? You don't have to say es la tuya. You can say es tuya. Is this one yours? No es mía. Okay. Now, if you left it in there, they would still understand you. Okay. So don't let this stress you out. You're not going to, confuse people if you leave it in. All right. But just be aware that grammar-wise, that can be left out. It can be omitted. Just like you might say, yo puedo, but you could leave the yo out and just say puedo, and most of the time they're going to leave it off. Well, if you include it all the time, no one's going to really think any less of you necessarily, especially when you're learning the language. But just be aware of that. I don't want you to get hung up on it where you're stressing out about when do I leave it, when do I not. You'll get it, but just know that can be a thing. But for the most part, included in there is the right thing to do most of the time. And even if you include it when you technically could have left it off, they'll still understand you. Okay, so I don't want you to just be all hung up on when you use it and when you don't. But it's basically after the verb ser, to be, right? So es tuya, that's when they might leave it off, or you might choose to leave it off. All right, thanks.